see you again.
Thank you. Great to see you again in person.
In person, exactly. The last time we spoke, it was on Zoom. I was in Boston. You were in Germany.
Exactly.
You've just flown in, and I'm curious. What is the biggest difference between a German and an American, in your opinion?
There's many differences, but the biggest difference, I have to say, and my German colleagues won't like to hear this, but I think the biggest difference for me is the Americans, superficially at least, are very friendly. You know, I was standing on the terrace now, and people approaching me, and everything's very casual, easy. Everyone's friendly and it's nice. In Germany, people are more reserved. You don't get to know people so quickly, and people, you know, I live in an area. For 18 years now, my neighbors don't even say good morning.
No, not even good morning.
It's like really, it's crazy.
Not even not a Guten Tag.
Sometimes they do, but it's not as, you know, here, you know, you say, hey, how's it going? You know, nobody cares how you're doing, but at least you say, hi, how's it going? And you say, you have something, and everything's kind of fun.
Okay, so Germans belong in New York then.
Yeah, I'm not saying every German, but for me, it's something that I really miss a little bit in Germany. A little bit more friendliness.
Okay, got it. Okay, let's pivot to advertising. Okay, so you are the senior most marketing leader at Bosch, and you've been there for 9 years.
I think so.
Yes, as far as you know.
As far as I know.
Certainly as far as I know. Okay, let's hope as far as you know. So I'm curious, just in general, looking across the landscape of all advertising, not limited to Bosch, what is your favorite campaign? Can be modern, can be from the past, that you didn't work on?
I mean, this is an old campaign, but, you know, I had the privilege to meet the former CMO of Anheuser-Busch. And I was asking him if he was in charge at that time for the campaign for Budweiser, What's Up? The What's Up campaign, you know,
Yeah.
What's up? And he told me the story about the What's Up campaign, how it happened. Because there was two people, you know, they were just students, I think, approaching him. And this was for me, when I saw that campaign at that time, it was really like, wow, this is a campaign for it's a beer commercial, you know, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
And this for me was an iconic moment in advertising. Yeah. I really loved that campaign.
Yeah, it shaped you.
The Budweiser campaign was really brave and great. Yeah.
That's amazing.
What's up? It's a good one.
How long ago was that?
It's
got to be decades at this point.
Yeah. Probably 20 years.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah. I remember it well. That's so funny. Well, okay. So again, 9 years at Bosch. You guys, last time we spoke, you were telling me that you've gone through quite some transformation in terms of marketing. Talk a little bit about that. What's gone on in the last 12 to 24 months?
Well, the last 12 and 24 months, I think was interesting because for the very first time, we've decided to consequently conquer the American market with household appliances and power tools. What people don't know is that, you know, although these are Bosch products, these Bosch divisions don't really do things together. For the very first time, we said we're going to bundle budgets, and we're going to bundle the two categories, although it's completely different. And we will go to the Super Bowl in order to, you know, be part of the culture, be part of the conversation, and be really one of the brands that are serious about being here in the US and trying to understand the customers and the people. So this is basically the biggest thing that we've done in the last 24 months, and we are continuing this journey. So probably we're going to talk about this, but this for me personally also is fantastic. Yeah. Because, you know, doing an advertising, a spot at the Super Bowl it's the largest, you know, stage you can be as an advertiser. Yeah. And you have to perform. Yeah. They're all eyes on you. That's and right. Everyone is discussing the ads. So but it's great. It's just fantastic.
It's everybody grades your homework. Yeah. So what was the insight that led you to go from sort of the individual business units as a marketing strategy to more of a portfolio approach where you all are?
Yeah, the insight is in Germany, we've done something similar with 4 different business units. and with a hip hop band that is very well known in Germany and not in the US. It's called the Fantastic Four, if you want it translated. It's a German hip hop band, and I did a campaign with them. And for the very first time, I brought together 4 different business units, and we, for the very first time, also had media planning for all 4 business units together. And what we saw is that we have halo effects between the categories, and we are more efficient. And it really turned out to be a very big success in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. And knowing what we have done there, I said, why don't we do this also in the US? Because it really makes sense to bundle budgets and to go together, not all the way, but on a very specific top line, above the line campaign. I think we should. And that's why I decided, together with the business units and the board of management, to do it.
Nice. So how hard is it when you are a global business and you are, when change is afoot to that degree? You're going from individual business lines to a portfolio approach. You tested it in one market. Now you're going to do this in an even larger market. You've got to get people to buy in on the team. You're telling them this is happening. How do you do that so that everybody buys in and is excited about it as you are?
I mean, I have been with Bosch now for almost 9 years, and I've tried to change things. And I think it's important that people kind of start to trust you and trust what you are capable of doing. And I started to do a big campaign for Bosch when I started, and this campaign was a huge success. And we, whatever we did was kind of worked out well. I have a fantastic team. I'm not doing this on my own.
Right.
I have great agencies helping us, and we were very successful in doing what we were doing. And I think since we were successful and since the company kind of appreciated what we did, they kind of trusted in what I say and what I propose. And not only our business units, but also very importantly, our board of management kind of trusts you. And that's basically what happened. I have a lot of trust. It's also a burden because, people trust you, it better works. But that's basically how we did it. And then you have good arguments because you have proven that it worked. And people say, okay, why not? Let's give it a shot. Let's see how it works. And I have to say, so far, what we see is it works out well.
That's great. Well, let's talk about what happens in a culture where mistakes can happen. I mean, mistakes are bound to happen. So in a culture of experimentation, how do you foster that when something goes wrong or there is a failure? What is it like? How do you let your team know that it's okay to fail?
I mean, at Bosch, I have to say that Bosch is a value-based company that is a company that is trusting the associates and is very good to the associates. So we truly try to find good ways on how to communicate in situations where it's maybe not going well. So usually when we have things like that happen and failures and mistakes can happen, we have a good way to manage it. I mean, I'm a fan of, get over it, but please don't repeat the mistake. Right. But usually I have to say so far, and I have to knock on wood, unfortunately, maybe this is wood, we haven't had these big mistakes. But as I said, this company is a wonderful company with fantastic values.
That's great.
And we treat our people very, very well. And that's one of the reasons why I'm still there, and I still love to work for the company.
I love that. Well, I tend to believe that people do their best work when they don't have a fear of failure, that they know they can. Mistakes are less likely to happen. Yeah,
I have to say, yes, it's like that. But, I have people who are so professional and who have done this job for so many years and are so experienced. It's like really working with a fantastic, like a clockwork, everything works well.
That's great.
It's just great.
So people must enjoy working together then.
Yeah, we have a wonderful atmosphere, great culture, and I think that's basis for success.
Yeah. Do you think that comes from the top down? Do you think that starts with you?
I don't know if it starts with me. I can only say that I think the topic that we are looking at, that we are working on, and the way we are working together is the reason why we found a good way on how to collaborate, which has in the previous years not worked out. It's not me. I think it's the whole situation and the way we are doing it.
Okay. So how would you describe your leadership style?
I'm very much, if you compare to football, or you say soccer, we say football.
Soccer,
I'm a let's say I try to, score goals. I love to play in a team. I love to play blind passes or no look passes. I want to, have a good feeling on, I want to be part of the team. I don't want to be the boss. I just want to be part of the team. I want to be accepted there. Yes, I am also the coach. I'm kind of the guy who says, okay, you are out and you are in, now maybe we have to change something there. But yeah, I mean, basically, I think the comparison with sports is good because we really I want high performance. I really want this. I think I kind of live it. So people see that there is a guy who's not only demanding it from me, but he's also trying to, give everything he has. And I really love to be part of the team. So I don't want to be the boss. I just want to be part of the team. And yes, I have to do some decisions once in a while, but I think that's my leadership style. I love to be part of a team, of a high performance team, and I think that's basically the thing.
I love that. Well, so as you look back on your career, can you think of a leader or moments of leadership that have really impacted you and kind of shaped what you just described?
I had been an entrepreneur. If you're an entrepreneur, you're the leader. So I had also there some bad experience, but you are kind of shaping everything, which is you don't have a leader anymore. You are the leader. But once I changed over to the corporate side, I have been with a robot manufacturer and now with Bosch. One was really interesting and was a leader that I really looked up to, is the former CEO who kind of hired me, and who was the one that I had to convince to do like a Bosch campaign, who recognized the quality and the power of that campaign, and was very brave because at that time Bosch was a very traditional and conservative company, and also he was a very conservative traditional guy who had studied physics and was a doctor in physics and was a very, very smart guy. But I have to say I admire him because he understood. Although he didn't have the emotion for rap and for all that, he understood the power of that nugget, of that like a Bosch nugget. And he said, go ahead, do it.
Wow.
Yeah, so that this type of leaders I really admire.
That's amazing. So what do you look for when you are hiring for your team? What are the sort of intangible qualities that you look for in like future leaders for your team?
It's a very good question, because once you look at CVs, there's people who look at, what have they studied, where have they worked, what have they done, and all that. That's a hygienic thing. You have to you look at that. But in the end, for me, it's very important once you have conversations with the talent. I think for me, the most important thing is the chemistry that we have together. Yep. If you have a good chemistry with someone that wants to join the team, someone where you immediately see that it could click, and you can have that flow of creativity and trust and all that. I think for me, that's the most important thing. Yep. And of course, you have to know what you're doing. And yes, that has to be there. Yeah. But in the end, for me, that basically is the most important thing.
Well, that makes sense. The chemistry on the field, as you've said, your team works well together. So that's what you've been looking for all along. That makes a lot of sense. Well, thank you so much. This has been a pleasure.
Thank you.
This is so fun.
Thank you very much.
Okay.